Go live. We are live. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It's Kim from K&RP here in southeastern Manitoba. We're in the middle of a blizzard. Yay! But it's only minus 20 degrees Celsius, which means it's 16 degrees Fahrenheit. But seriously, I posted pictures on my page on Facebook, and I couldn't see my neighbor's house behind. Ron just got back from helping push out a next door neighbor that decided he needed to go to the store. It's ugly out there. There's been 40 car pileups, 27 car pileups. It's brutal. People forget to drive in snow. It's nuts. Anyway, welcome here. Jean's here to play today. We're going to do some watercolor. Hey, Teresa. Hi, Anne. Nice to see you, lovely ladies. What are we playing today, Jean?
Playing watercolors. Go figure.
Huh. Well, I'm prepared.
I'm prepared. I just have all this stuff sitting on top of my white surface because I keep going fuzzy.
She's been going really fuzzy. Really fuzzy. All right. So I want to show you because I did that one. I was working on that one last week before. I don't even remember. Where I glued down all the scrap bits of paper. So I finally finished that actually today, this morning.
Yeah, you.
That's done. But now we're going to try another one. I'm going to use tube paints this time. See if I like them better than the dry powdery stuff. I have plastic underneath because I know I'm going to make a mess. Oh, thanks, Anne. Your brain's fuzzy? Oh, my brain's fuzzy now, too. Making sure my kid was not coming home from the city because she's at work. And, you know, it's a day. So we're going to do watercolors. We're going to kind of do them the same style. Right, Jean?
Uh-huh.
I have clean water. Look, I have clean water. The cup's mucky, but the water is clean.
I have clean water and somewhat dirty water. And after today, I have to get me another container of clean water. So, all right, let's hope we don't go fuzzy over this. I have 2 paint palettes. I'm trying something a little bit different today. I'm going to put my main one is over there so that I can have more of my work on screen. Mm-hmm. We'll see if that works. And I told Kim I really wanted to try some new colors. Well, I don't know if that's going to happen, but it's in the thought process. So that makes a big deal. Please notice my beautiful fingernails.
They're beautiful fingernails.
I haven't had my nails done in many, many, many years. And I just felt like I needed something special yesterday. So I got them done. And these are my own. These are not fake. You can tell because that one's all funky shaped. And that girl had a heck of a time not trimming that down even and making them all even with that. And I said, no, they're my nails and I'm not perfect. So
awesome. Good for you. Hey, Steph, nice to see you. We're going to play some watercolor something today. Hi, Anina. Nice to see you, hon.
I did finish one piece yesterday. I wanted to share.
Please do.
Before we get started.
Oh, that's lovely.
This is one of them that was just in my book. And I just started doodling. And I just filled this whole puppy up. Yeah, made me happy.
Yeah. Doodling is a happy play. I have a big white tile here. I'm going to be using this as my palette. It's heavy. It's not going to move. It doesn't have any lips or dips, so I could have a big mess by the time I'm done, but we're going to have fun. I'm just putting down a variety of colors.
I guess until I get started, we're going to have to look at that print over and over and over.
How did I finish the scavenger hunt so fast? You know, hey, Belinda, nice to see you. I have no idea. I got inspired because I was at Miriam's stream that not this past Sunday morning, the one before. And the ladies in the stream or in the chat were talking about doing the scavenger hunt. And I hadn't planned on doing it this year. So, but they got me all fired up to do it. And then after we did the Feral Artist stream, I was at live stream. The person's name is Monica, and it Tiamoni. So I played with her for a little while. She was working and I was just in the audience, but she was doing a chunky book out of playing cards. And I thought, oh, wouldn't it be fun to see if I could do it on 3x4 cards? Because, oh, you're welcome. Welcome. 3x4 cards. And because I wanted a chunky book too, because I love the sound, right? So then in my infinite wisdom, I wanted to put tags in there and so I've got this. Anyway, I was a little bit obsessed. I read the things over a couple of times and kind of got in my mind what I was going to do about it. It really, I can do prompts. Anyway, that's kind of what I did. Oh, Jean's already way ahead of me.
I just really wanted to try this.
I know.
So, okay, I really have a lot of rulers, and I don't have a short one. So I want a short one for this. So now I have a short one.
Oh, nice. Hope everybody's good today. We're playing one of those kind of paintings from that Who dude. I decided I wanted to use my tube watercolors today because I want to see if I could get a bit darker tones. This brush I thought would be great. It just sops up the water like crazy. It's way too heavy. Way too much water. Hey,
this is so cool.
I'm liking that, Jean. Now I have to do some of those too. Except now I don't know what I did with the cup I'll have to use this little shot glass. So you put it in, do a circle. No, you put paint on it, right? Are you putting paint on your...
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I put paint on it, and I was real sloppy and heavy. And then pull it.
Okay. I wanted a bit smaller brush so I could do that. Let's do some blue green stuff. See what we get.
I have brown, blue, and purple. Not my normal, so we'll see.
You can't do anything till you get your wrist back? Yeah. Well, obviously not wet enough. Oh, that's an awful noise. Sorry, guys. Well, I'm not sure I like that. I think the lip on this cup is too narrow. I think that's what it is.
I bet I could have saved a ruler's life if I would have grabbed a credit card thingy.
Oh.
But for some reason, I can't. Oh, there we go. I was going to say, I couldn't find one. Let's see how this works.
I need something with a better lip on it, I think. There we go. This one should be better. It's got a wider lip. Okay. Let's try this dark. Let's try this dark stuff here. So yeah, we're having a blizzard. It's so if I disappear, if I magically disappear, it's because we've got a power outage, which is not too bad. Oh, interesting. Oh, yeah. We do have generators and stuff, but I won't be able to come back. But
Why won't you be able to come back?
because I'll need the generator for running my fridge.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Do you know what? I love the little. I'm getting these tendrils. Like you've got big tendrils. I got these dainty little.
Yeah.
I like that.
Okay. I didn't do this with the brown. I kind of like the ruler better. It holds more water.
Yeah. Oh, I'm all about circles. I love circles. I love the straight lines too. I don't know how many more circles I want to do. I think we're good. I think I'm good for circles for now. I think that what I would like to do is do a couple of big ones, but I'll use marker for it. Okay, let's do some. Oh, I got. See, now this brush doesn't give me the nice marks that that other brush did. That's we'll try. We'll see what happens. Let's put some water down and we'll add stuff to it. Let's do green. Oh, went over that circle. It's okay. So this again is kind of like that gentleman who does the watercolors does. Jean and I both watch his videos quite often. So this is the way I would like to master watercolors. I think I've got purple. I do have purple. Look. And he leaves a fair bit of white space, doesn't he?
Most of the time. Sometimes he doesn't, though.
Yeah. I do like the tube acrylics much, watercolors much better. Hey, Jan, nice to see you. Nice to see you. We're having a blizzard. Miss it? Meg's stuck in the city. There was a 40-car pileup at Deacon's Corner, so she was told that she needed to stay in the city and not drive home and that. It's crazy. Crazy, crazy.
You know, I'm not sure that he left a lot of white as he had a very pale amount of paint on it.
Yeah. That's what I was kind of thinking too, that sometimes it was he just took even the muck water, I think he just used in some places.
Mm-hmm.
I can do that. I have muck water. I'm good with muck water. Yeah, I don't like there's nothing on the news about it yet. Just that highways are closed. And the thing is that one is actually going to the city. That side is closed, but we have what's called a perimeter. It's a highway that goes all the way around Winnipeg. And that whole thing is closed. Oh, Ron sent a video to Norm. Of course he did. What are brothers for? But it doesn't look like it's a heavy, wet snow, you know? Mind you, I shouldn't really say that because it is sticking to the windows. And that's usually indicative that it's heavier.
You know why these colors are really working together?
No?
Because I'm mixing them.
Ah.
So each one has a little bit of each other's color in
Oh,
there.
that makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
See, that's something that I need to learn to do too, is sharing. Sharing the colors.
That's like this purple up here in the corner is driving me nuts.
Oh,
I keep trying to add to it so it's not so prominent. But I'm going to try something else. Just see if I can pick up some of that color.
well, I've got big white circles. Oh, cold wind? Yeah. Is it damp too, Jan?
There. Let's put.
Well, I don't know. I don't know. This looks really messy. I don't know what I am doing here, guys. Again, my page is really, really wet. I don't know. Mine never looks as nice as everybody else's does. I don't know what the heck it is.
But then when you put your doodles on it, it looks just as good, if not better. So hush.
I don't know. Yeah, you know, I don't know that I like. We'll see. Let it dry, Kim. Shush your mouth till it dries. Right, right.
It's crazy that I'm actually liking some of this brownish, dirty color in here.
Yeah, I got some really yucky grayish kind of. I don't know what that is. Yeah, my paint water is definitely purplish. Yeah, I've lost some of my circles too because they weren't very dark. But that could be okay. Ugh, red and green. Suck it up, Kim. It's something else I did recently. It had red and green in it. I just shook my head and kept on going. Yeah, I think I got enough of that. But I like the idea of using a card to make some straight lines. No, No. Hey, Beth, nice to see you, hon. Welcome, welcome. Hi, Sherry. Nice to see you. I hope you're staying safe and warm. Lots of accidents out there. You did Page of Circles last night? Cool. My scavenger hunt book is done. I am done scavenger hunt booking. Okay. But I want black. I don't think I've got black. Oh, yes, I do. I think you're black.
I think I'm done.
Betcha it would help if I had glasses on.
No, I'm not quite done. I don't mind a little bit of white. I just don't want it white. I want it to have a hint of color.
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to mop up this extra water. Beth, you know what's funny? You've got 40 done so far? Oh, yeah, mine. I'm done. I sent yours and Anina's out the same day, and she got hers before you did. That's just crazy to me. Absolutely crazy. Okay, now I had a piece of here it is. I'm going to do this. Mop it up. Oh, you had to cancel shopping? Oh, yeah, for sure. And you know what? I've decided I really like those little square texture things that happen when I use this to dry. I really do. Don't know how well you guys can see that. I'll hold it up. Maybe it will show. You see it? But where I mopped the paper towel? I like that. I like that. You're going to use it as a glue book? Awesome.
So.
Oh, there was glue on the page, on the plastic page I put underneath it. And this page stuck to it. Well, that's not going to work. Ha! Okay.
I'm going to start another one.
You're going to start another one?
Mm-hmm. I'm going to use different colors this time.
Okay.
And then the first one will be ready to mark up and make it mine.
Yeah.
Okay, now I got to pick new colors.
You got to pick new colors?
Yeah.
You know, I could probably do that too. Start a second one. I was organized, guys. Honest. I was organized before I started. No, I wasn't. I was late.
Okay, I know I want some of this yellowish, brownish. Let's see. Y'all can't see my. See if that makes it go away eventually. No, credola. That's not really the word I want to say. There we go. So it's going to pick up some of the colors that's still on the rim here, which is okay because it's watercolor. And I said it's okay.
Because that's why. I'm the mom.
That's why.
And
because I said so.
Exactly. Exactly. Okay, so now it's still pretty wet. Okay. Wonder, I've run out of room on my desk. I could make hearts out of that. I don't know. It's probably going to end up like that other doodle that I just showed that I did. Now, if I...
Look at that one.
Oh, that turned out lovely.
Oh, I love that one.
Jealous. We're going to put it like this. And hope that that dries upside. Okay. You're right. We need to have 2 or 3 of these happening at once because why? because then we got more to play with later.
That's
Hey,
right.
Brenda. You were saying about nice straight lines.
Whew.
I like having straight lines on my stuff too in random places. So I've got a Sharpie. Oh, that's a brand new one. Let's not muck that up against a ruler. I'd much rather use something that's already kind of chewed. It would be nice though if it actually wrote. I'm so hard done by today, guys. I'm sorry. Okay, is it me? Well, I don't know. All my markers are dead.
Oh, do we need to hold a funeral?
Nope. But I will have to go and get more markers. Costco usually has a nice batch of Sharpie blacks at a decent price.
God, if you just live next door.
No, not coming down there.
We don't have snow.
True.
Well, at least I got a pause.
But you guys get like hurricanes and that kind of crap.
Not where I am.
But you get that really hot weather that's hard to breathe in too.
But it's a dry heat. Ugh.
That's funny. I love you.
I love you too.
Wet heat the fish can swim in. Yeah, if it gets hot here, that's kind of the way it is too. Ugh, come on. Listen, did you hear that? That was hitting the garbage.
Woohoo!
This one too. Okay. Well, that's going to have to do. No, I need a straight line over here. I'll keep going till we find one that.
You know, using the credit card or ruler and putting paint on it
Oh, yeah.
lends itself to looking like computer code or something. I don't know.
Cool.
So this one is blue, yellow, and green, but it has some purple undertones because that's the color that's on my palette already where I'm mixing.
Nice.
And I would have said that I was a one color girl where you just didn't mix colors.
Yeah.
But I really am liking that. So
You know what? How about if I do bright orange circles? Yeah, sometimes I do, Beth. But right now I am kind of on. I can't I just can't. I should, but I don't use alcohol inks that much. I do have a fair bit of black. Normally I do that, and for my old printer I still have ink cartridges that don't fit anything else. So I was going to, what was I going to do with them? I was going to do that with them. So I'm right now, anything that is garbage really is actually going in the garbage in my life. It just has to. Hey, Carol, nice to see you. Welcome, welcome. We
Hello,
are.
everyone. I'm just kind of working here, and I'm sorry I'm not looking at the chat much. I'm kind of in my own zone today.
We're doing watercolors, but because I'm doodling them, I want some interest happening. So I figured I would kind of do this first and see what happens. Then I'm going to put some watercolor on it. And by then, maybe the other one that I did will be dry. I guess I need one over here. And I will be able to start doodling on that.
Oh, look at when you just put it on the credit card and pull it straight down.
Oh, I do that with acrylics quite often, actually, Jean. I like it. Jean is in New Mexico. Okay, watercolor. Well, I have a mess. Now, these are supposed to be permanent markers that I used, so we're going to see what happens. Guess you're going to do two for now. You like my preparation? Thanks. You aren't supposed to get snow on Monday? Cold air. It's 60 there right now. What did I say it was here? 16. And we're in the middle of a blizzard. In the middle of the prairies, where all of the land is flat, flat, flat. And covered in snow. With broken cars in it. Many, many broken cars. Oh, maybe I should tip it and let it run. Oh, yeah, let's add some more.
Okay, we're calling that
one run, little friends. It doesn't want to. It's not wet enough. Be in the 70s tomorrow? Awesome.
You know why it's not running?
Because it's not wet enough.
It's not wet and where you're wetting it to run.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense.
The watercolor wants to go to where it's wet.
That's right. And I'm not paying attention to its needs.
Incoming.
Its needs are not being met.
No, it's not. Look at you neglecting your watercolor.
Huh. Okay. Where did I put that big soppy brush? This one. I guess I should probably get clean water because this here water is kind of purple, according to what's down on the paper. And I have no idea what color this is. It's red and purple kind of mixed together. Let's see if that's going to run. Ha! There we go. There we go. I like that. And then it comes to a line at the bottom where the water stops. Interesting. Interesting. And I know it really doesn't help that I'm not using watercolor paper, but I figure if I can make things work on things that it's not really set up to work on, then Bob's your uncle.
No, I don't have an Uncle Bob.
Oh, spatter it. Oh, what have I got in the way? It doesn't matter. Look, I got purple polka dots all over the place now. They're not
Well,
gonna
see,
stick.
I was going to spatter this one when I was done.
Yeah, Brenda, you know what? That's my era, right? Like I old hippie at heart. You know, I just did blue over there. Let's add it to this purple. Yeah, because we can. Run, run. Oh. Nope, doesn't want to run outside the wet spot. Look at that. Well, we're gonna have a mess tonight. Remember the Alamo? Definitely. Definitely. Now what do I want to play with? You know what? I'm gonna go get some clean water. Because for some reason, watercolor needs clean water. Not like
Yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it's pretty particular that way.
it is. It is. I've got a big, ugly purple blue square here. But I got awesome purple polka dots. Let's try bright yellow. Let's do this in bright yellow.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely like the tube watercolors better than the other ones.
Well, that's
The
good.
pan paints. Because it
So
the
I've
color.
used up all of my blue mix. That was a combination of what was on the palette, what I wanted to put in it. And I don't know if I can get that right color back.
Yeah. Well, I think this whole page is going to get colored in.
That's
Give me lots to doodle on, right? That's
yeah.
the idea. You got to have lots to doodle on in my life. Because I can have it upstairs and be almost anywhere in the house to do that. You, you prefer two paints also? Well, I'm so brand new at this, Carol. I'm faking whatever I do. And I admit that. And people here know that watercolor is definitely not my first love. It's just kind of what I got. So we're going to be doodling these. This is kind of the way that gentleman Hugh H.U., when he does his watercolors and stuff, kind of doing along his style. I'm making some nice mud.
Done.
You done?
Done. I'm happy with it.
That's awesome. I am not done. I am not done yet.
Yeah, he's really, 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 really good. I like him a lot. Sometimes I
I
just
know.
watch the same short over and
I
over and
know.
over.
And you know what? The music is just so relaxing. You just kind of get in a zone, right?
Yep.
Especially when you're watching them. It's
I
like,
turn it way down so it's nice and just there.
yeah.
I'm gonna mute because I want to dry this so I can flip it over. It's really wet. So don't
Yes,
say
Kimbits are my first love. You're right. I do love my Kimbits. But yeah, no, he's so awesome. He really is. Well, I got to do something with that mucky square in the middle. I'm gonna use this. We're gonna. Hey, Andrea, nice to see you. It's on your list of things to try? Yeah. I was watching, Jean had sent me a fiber embroidery artist stuff. And I got into the rabbit hole of watching that yesterday evening. I had it on a big screen, like this monitor, and seeing all the stuff that she incorporates, Jean. Have you taken a close look at what she incorporates in all the little bits and snips that she saves?
yes.
My goodness.
That's
I
why
don't have. You
that's
thought
why
I
I sent it to you.
was. You know, when my daughter was down here yesterday, she needed some cut. Those of you who have a Cricut, do you pay for your subscription? And if you don't pay, can you actually use your Cricut? My Cricut wouldn't work for love nor money yesterday. My computer refused to recognize it. And it's all set up. Anyway. Anyway, so she was down here yesterday and she's kind of cursing having to go through the hoarder walkways that I have happening. And she Mom, you got to do something about this. I said, look, I've been asking somebody to come and help me organize this for months. So nobody's come to play. So just suck it up, right? So now she's determined that she's going to come and help me clean because she can't handle it. I'm laughing because I'm mom and I can.
That's right. I'm gonna look at my poor little jar. Is it not the ugliest thing? And you know what? I love it.
No, it's not. You should see the ugly jars I have sitting on my bathroom counter over there.
Now this one's nice and clean. This is its first use.
Ah. No, So anyway, she does these absolutely incredible embroideries. And I'm hoping that Jean and I can play that one day. It's like collage embroidery. Absolutely incredible stuff.
Yeah, definitely. Let me see if I can find it on my iPad.
So that's going to be another project that I'm not supposed to be starting.
We're not starting it. I don't know what you keep thinking about. we are
Using scrap,
using things
right?
that we have.
That's right. We're using
So
scrap.
you are not really starting it. You're just using up more of the stuff that you already had.
Right. What she said.
That's my lie, and I'm sticking to it.
What she said. Yeah, I can get behind that, actually. I admit it.
Come on, load up. You're not out of power. Okay, so I'll there's that. There's just everything you can think of stitched down on there. Some of
Isn't
that's
that
purple,
beautiful? Look,
some
guys,
of
look.
it's paper, some of it's plastic, some of it um, is metal washers. On that yellow one right there, she's fringed it. That's just a rubber ring, that black circle with little things hanging on it. I mean, I'm going through this and I'm like, okay, got that, got that, got that, got that.
Yeah, that's what
So,
I was doing too. It's like I've got washers. I've got all the multitudes of yarn and twines and embroidery flosses that I could use for that. Well, those purple spatters are gone now. Um, yeah, I'm just absolutely in love with that. It's just marvelous. So I would definitely like to have a bit of a play with that. But what I wanted to use for the background. Hey, lovely. Nice to see everybody. Nice to see you here. Lovely's having a sale. If you guys aren't aware, um, check out her site. Where was I going? Oh, that fabric that I painted on that I showed you, Carol. That canvas. I don't think you saw it, Jean. Way back 900 years ago, because I'm that old, I was doing some sort of an effect on canvas. And I can't remember what the heck the effect was, but it produced this. And I have lots of it.
cool.
But it's a really, really, really heavy canvas. I don't want it to touch the wet paint. So I was thinking of using this for the background. I probably have about a square meter of that. Square yard, meter, whatever you guys do. What are you guys doing? Oh, thanks, lovely. I can't remember how I did it. But I thought that would be absolutely gorgeous to do that embroidery on, Jean.
Oh yeah, I have a piece that I painted a long, long time ago. I think it's got a little bit of Riley's artwork on it too. That I never thought about that. I'll be right back.
Okay. I will make myself big for while Jean is off and doing. Oh, it looks like Miriam had a pop up here. Looks like she's finished her scavenger hunt also. Yeah, the way mine turned out, seriously, that is so not what I envisioned. But I'm going for it. I'm going with it because it's the way it is. Okay, let's get rid of that. Looks like modern art. Well, it is something. The name of the person who did the embroidery that Jean just showed? Let me just look her name up. I'm following her on Instagram now. Honestly, her stuff is incredible. She's works in England. She's from
I'm back.
England. Okay, you're back?
Mm-hmm.
They're asking what the name of that artist is.
Let's see if it.
I know it's
Jessica
yeah,
_Rose
right.
Stitch.
That's the one on Instagram?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She has a website and stuff, but it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful.
All right, here I go.
What are you doing? Are you starting to doodle?
Yep.
I don't think
Yeah.
mine's dry enough to doodle yet.
Well, my first one was. My second one I dried, so it probably would be, but I'm not 100% sure.
Oh, Beth, that's beautiful. Beth just sent me a picture of her circle page
Oh,
from her stream last night. You can't cut anything straight? Oh, you've been following her, Carol? Very cool. You'll see in the mirror. The dog is downstairs. No way I'm going down those steps. Yeah, I know. You want that on fabric? What? I don't know what you're talking about. You want that on fabric? That paint thing that I did, the painted fabric I did. I'm lost. I'm behind in the chat here. My watercolor. This? You want that on fabric? That would be interesting, wouldn't it? So I take a screenshot of it, and you can get one of those print things. I gotta go big. Hang on. Look at that desk. Kim's here.
that's pretty.
Maybe you can snapshot it and do those iron-on transfer printer things. I don't know, but thanks. We'll get rid of my whole mess that I've got. Post a picture on the group, but it's not done. It's not doodled on. We're going back to the one that. Whoa! See, now I smeared it. I'll put this paper in here. When it's done, post picture. Okay, yeah. Okay, this is the one I'm doodling on. I need a couple of big black circles, though. Gotta see if this one actually writes. Not bad. I can do circles with this.
So my husband gets annoyed with me when I go. When we go out on vacation or something, we'll go to breweries. I don't drink beer, so yeah. I take my journals and I'll pull out at least this many pens, and he says, Do you really need those many pins to doodle?
Yeah.
Yes, I do. They're all different sizes.
Oh, and that's exciting.
My freebie recently was when we went home to Kansas. My aunt from Colorado brought a box of beads that she's had for a long time. And in there were some tiny little hanks of steel cut beads. Um, exactly, Anne. You got my back. Anyway, I looked them up because they had the tag on them, and they were from a store in Omaha, Nebraska that was similar to an old or big department store in New York. You know, it was a big thing. The name of it was Burgess Nash. And that store it went bankrupt in the early 1920s. So that tells me these little band of things of beads are, over 100 years old. And Beth says, what brand are my pins? These are an inexpensive, actually, these came from Five Below. These are just called a fine liner. I really like them, but they're almost dead. So that's why I'm using them. I prefer the microns.
Do you? I
Yeah.
find that microns don't work over paint nicely. They always goob up on me, and then I get really, really snarky.
Well,
Like
I,
you
I
wouldn't want
agree
to.
with you, but sometimes working over watercolor and working over acrylic is different.
Yeah.
When it won't work, then I use my Posca pens, and I still use my fountain pens the most. That's probably my most, especially if I'm wanting a fine line. I found this one at Dollar General, Le Pen Drawing. It's pigmented ink, and I did draw with it, let it set a while, and it didn't bleed or anything. This is a 0.1, so yes, it's really fine, but this was $2 as opposed to the microns, which are a little bit more expensive. These came to me as a freebie. These are Pigma pens. These are what come in Zentangle kits. This is the thick one, and then you get a thin one. I use these for my thick lines. I love this pen, but it's not waterproof. This is a Papermate flare tip or whatever they're called. Flare pens. I love these. Love these.
Me too. But they're not
And
waterproof.
yeah, they're not waterproof. And this is a Tombow. It's sort of waterproof. It would take a little, but yeah. And I've got Rapidograph pens, those ones with the fine tips, and you refill them, and they're very expensive. In fact, I have a whole set I'm going to get rid of. And yeah, but anyway, I don't really care for them. And then this one is a Dollar Tree, Cesarca, or Sar. Where did I get the Z and the K? Sar, Sarasa. They're a zebra pen, which I love writing with the zebra pens. But anyway, that's kind of what I like. You're right, the tiny felt tips get messed up. They do have a micron that has a plastic tip. And it may have a different name. But it's a tip that it'll last a lot longer. And I have found, and this is the hardest thing in the world, is the microns last better if you don't write hard. And
I'm heavy-handed. That wouldn't
I'm
work.
heavy-handed. I crochet tight. I draw hard. It's just how I roll. So Yeah. But my favorite is still this. And this is a carbon black platinum. And I did purchase, okay, so I had one, was gifted one, thought I lost one, so I ordered another one because when I like something um really, really, really well, I want two.
Yeah.
And so I ordered one and I thought this was the platinum. It uses the same cartridge. I think it's a knockoff, but its cartridge is actually full right now, I think. Yep. And I can't ever get it to write. It stops all the time. These, I don't clean them. I use them. When they run out, I put a new cartridge in. When it runs out, I put a new cartridge in. Occasionally, they'll clog up a bit, and I just take it to a piece of paper and just mark until it runs clear. Sometimes I turn it upside down and kind of get a clean it off that way. But these are my very, very, very favorite. And they don't run. And it feels good to write with a fancy pen. I have a theory. Girls should have pretty tools. The only reason I still keep this is because I keep thinking, well, maybe it's going to work. So that's my pen lesson for today. And these are all personal preferences. I don't know enough, I just know what I like, And I have kind of stopped using Sharpies because for some reason the smell really bothers me. And I have lots of other pens that I like. I don't know if I've showed you I can't remember who, I think it was Sharon that told me about these pens, the white. I have always used and still have the Sigma Uniball.
Yeah.
And they're good, but they die early. Well, I got this one. This is a pigment ink. The name of these is QIONEW. Says high opacity, smooth writing, acid free. This writing right here is from that pen. And I really, 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 really like it. And another, okay, so maybe I wasn't done with the pens. Sorry, guys. I love my pens. I mean, this is what I'm working out of right now. But when I travel, all of my pens are in here. All my black, I only take my black and whites. I don't usually doodle in color. But I had purchased this. It's going to take me a second to find it. Okay. I had purchased this one. It's glaze in black. And I don't know about anybody else, but when I test a pen, I write my name always. Or I write numbers. I don't know if you can see that and see the kind of sheen on it.
Oh, it's like a gloss ink.
Yeah, and it's slightly raised. And if you leave it and let it completely dry, it doesn't seem to run. So okay, that's really great. Let's get the white one if that black one's so good. And I think it just boils down to white is just a hard pen to get. It works great on dark paper. But when you put it over something you've colored, it doesn't always work as well. See, it's not showing up much, right? Like you can't hardly see it except the glow.
Right.
Shine.
Yeah.
You have to give it time. Time, I don't like. I want it done. I like instant gratification. And see, it's starting to show up. I haven't tried drying it to see what happens. I just kind of let it go. And you can see it's good now. It'll get a little bit wider and a little more solid. And so it's okay for the dark stuff. It's still not quite what I want for the white. So we're still on the search there. But I do like the glaze. Let me see. Make sure that doesn't run. I think I tried it, but I'm not positive. Yeah. Wet finger. And it's not moving. So this is a good one. That glaze in the black is really, really good. The white, I'm not so sure. And I do believe it comes in other colors, but I don't really I don't really doodle in colors. I try once in a while, but it just doesn't always work.
Yeah, I'm working on playing with that, doodling in color. That's that last one that I completed this morning. I used a lot of pencil crayons on.
I don't mind using the colored pencils for shading and shading
Aha!
shading effects, but I don't know. What I'm happiest with is having my color and then putting artwork on it. Black and white is what I want to do. I do add some color occasionally. The guy we watched, that HU guy, he does color, put orange on yellow and kind of similar colors on similar colors to add some different depth and textures. And I love it. And I tried it. It just doesn't feel like me.
I love it and I love it. I tried it and I love it.
Yeah. I have the glass pins too, Anne.
Yeah, that's what I want to get.
And
my wish list.
She's right on Amazon. They're not expensive. Wrong ink drawer. So these are my inks, what little I have, and I don't use them enough that I had more colors, but this is what I'm down to. So I didn't know we were going to do a whole pin show. So this
you never know what we're going to get into, guys.
Yeah, this pin I took a class from Joanne Sharp, and sorry, I didn't realize I was off screen. This is the nib she suggested. This is the pin holder she suggested. I don't usually buy what they suggest. I usually use what I have. But there was something about this nib and the way she worked with it. And yeah, I really liked it.
You have to have a very deep, like those little dishes that Ron made with the little scoops that I use for my ink.
Yeah.
Is not deep enough for that pen. You have to actually get it right over that air wall in the middle, right?
Yeah.
Otherwise,
so right here.
Yeah.
And it holds a lot of ink.
It does. It really does.
And so I have that one. I have a few other nibs, and I have a sanding thing in there. I don't know why. I have another handle. And then we'll get into, here's my glass pen. And I really like this, but I am so afraid of breaking it that I forget to use it. This one wasn't one of the cheaper ones. I do have a cheaper one. And believe it or not, it's been a while, but I found some at Dollar Tree.
Really?
Yes. It's been a long time because I bought one. Actually, I bought two for Kennedy because she broke one.
Yeah.
But now it's not. I don't even know what this little sleeve was. It was something I sewed once, and when I found the pin fit, I thought, well, there you go. Oh, here's my cheap one from Dollar Tree. $1.25.
Wow.
So, and this, I have this much willpower. Okay?
Me too.
How I can still not smoke and not drink is beyond me. But when you give me a craft supply, I have this much willpower. So these actually came in a package of 2, and it wasn't expensive. I kind of set a limit on something if it's something I'm wanting to try for the first time. It depends upon what it is. I might go 20, but 10 to 15 is really my max. And if it's more than that, it has to be a superb thing. I had one from my boutique also, Beth. This is the finest tip I've ever seen. But I have put ink in there, and you can write for a long, long time. And it is so fine. I mean, it is. But I don't feel the control like I think I should, but I really like it. I'm not sure this one would work for wax because it would clog up really fast. But I could be wrong. I've not tried it. I gave my boutique stuff away, and yeah, it's one of those things where you think you're going to use it, but you never do. But I do really like this, and I do need to get it out and use it more often. And I can tell you I need to clean these better, definitely.
Yeah, I know. Mine are pretty grungy too. Sherry, that's a lovely mosaic page. My keyboard is way over there, so I can't type messages. You bought some Japan black ink. I have some. Oh, I have inks. I have ink. I love ink.
This is my black ink. It's called Noodles or something. Noodle. I don't know. I've spilled on it, so I don't know for sure what it is. But this is permanent, and so I really like that.
This is the original Super Black, and it's India ink, and they use this for tattoos, right? So, like, I've got ink. Now I want to play with those. No, you guys are.
And
Okay, guess what I'm doing now? Thanks, guys. You enabling beasts.
so I wanted to share this while we're on that. I had this. This was like $24 at an antique mall, and that booth had 50% off. And this one still has a seal on it better, and it stays. This one I had to glue it on, and it's not. But I put this little piece of plastic there to kind of give me a seal. The ink's still in there, but I think it's really thick. It's just slowly evaporated. But this is what's really cool about this. I don't know if that one's going to stay on there, but you can lay your ink pens on here while you're dipping, and there's room for one more.
Nice.
This one has this part, so it's too big to stay, but I love it. I just don't use it enough. But of course I wouldn't get rid of that because I do still love it. And it's pretty. And I've worked myself into where beading is over there in that table. And this is my paper arts. And I'm slowly getting it to where things can be out and more visual.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm liking that.
Uh-huh.
I am cutting back. I really am. It may not seem like it, but I am.
Yeah, and rabbit hole. Here we go. You know how I roll.
Yeah, my pens are my favorite thing. I mean, I love my beading, but I really love my pens.
You know, lovely, that's a good question. Usually we do a couple of hours, 2.5 hours ish. Sometimes we go longer. Sometimes we go shorter. It varies. It really, really varies. I know that that's really not much help, but it's kind of all I can give you.
Pooh.
Yeah.
My circles aren't what it just ain't right. Oh well, I guess we won't use them. Where to start and what to start with.
I know.
Well, my inkwell has been in the window, which you can't see anything in the window because I put this huge sheet of watercolor paper because this is in the winter, the sun's in a position that it really is hard to use. And so I haven't looked at it, but now it's right here. I know y'all can't see it, but it's not in my way. And so it's going to stay there.
Yeah. This is when I get out the ink pens like this, the dip pens, you know that the doodling is going to be extremely fine.
Yep.
Like that. Like that. You want to come and doodle with us right now? Bethy, right now you want to come play? Let me do this. Beth's gonna come play with us. Come on, mouse. Do. Oi.
Oh, she says not now.
Oh, not now? Oh, okay. Next week we are doing Finish It Friday, and then we're doing Fake It Friday, which is probably watercolor and rabbit holes. Just think.
We start with a plan. That counts for something, right?
Yeah. We think we have a plan. But since I'm doing calendars, I will put it down as a doodle day. How's that? And then I will make sure you get the link thing.
Look at this. I'm loving just outlining this stuff.
Outlining is fun.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I still have trouble with is the outlining in the watercolor.
Well, it doesn't have to be perfect.
Oh, yeah. I've got stacks of painted papers that need doodles too. I could probably do an entire year of doodles with what I've got that needs doodles. All right, let's do some copper. These are the acrylic inks. Some are Liquitex, some are golden, some are your proper drawing inks. Okay, Carol, take care. Thanks for coming.
Bye, Care, Earl.
I missed your stream today. I'll have to go and watch it this later. Carol's doing fiber arts and embroidery, slow stitch, whatever you want to call it, on Fridays. And I missed this morning. We were too in awe of the blizzard that we're having. Well, it's been a long time since we've had one quite to this extent.
This, Beth, is where my paint blob has went from to this, because I loved them, and I still love to do this, like this, and then
Yes.
doodle on them. And these are all watercolor spots. I love the effect that watercolor does with the splotches and the all of that. And this one was just stuff. Had no rhyme or reason. And it looks like it had no rhyme or reason, but I still like it. There's still stuff to do in some of these. I'm not done. But I had designed a watercolor book that has all the blobs in it.
It's a doodle book.
Yeah, and then you doodle on top of what the watercolor stuff is. I should do some of those, but do the real watercolor blobs and let them have, sell it that way.
Yeah. Because that was a great book. It's good to it's a nice practice is what it is.
Yeah.
A large screen on me? Okay. I don't know why. You just want to see the mess I got happening here. What did you want to see? Lovely wants to know where you can get that watercolor book. I don't know what you wanted to see, Miss Belinda Babe. I'm using a copper ink in here, so you really can't see it. It doesn't really show up nice, gets that red, but there is a really nice little bit of a shine to it.
At this point, I don't have any printed right now, but you could send me a message and I could print one. Unless I decide to start doing them with the true watercolors. That might be kind of fun. I mean, before I started this, that's something I would have liked, but I like the watercolor just as much as the doodling, so I wouldn't look at it now, but Kim, show the first page in your book.
Oh, sorry, I'm fuzzy, and the first page in my book. Okay. I'm going the wrong way. Oh, that all stuck. It's back here. First page in my book. That one? That's the first page. And then Jean and I did the taped off the things and played. And then I glued down a whole bunch of my scraps. And you love the swirlies? Glued down scraps, watercolored over it, and doodled. And now I'm doing this one. And then, see my marker right there? That's the one that you wanted pictures of. I don't think it's anything any special or anything. Reverse coloring? Oh, could be. Could be.
Yeah.
This for Elise. Oh, thanks. All right.
Yeah, it's kind of a reverse coloring. It's already colored and you just put the design on top.
Oh, never thought of it that way. I'm learning all kinds of new stuff today. I think I need to get some new nibs. This one's really clogged. When you have to dip every time you go to draw, you know your nib is clogged. Because you can see all the ink on there. It's just not flowing nice.
Normally, when I am, the reason I have all the different pens is, like I said, each pen has its own use. But I don't like to color in fine with the fine tips. I like to color in with the heavier tips.
Oh yeah, for sure. Like there's no way I would be using this nib for coloring in.
But here I am coloring in these tiny leaves with my
fountain pen.
Fountain pen. But they are tiny. And it's peaceful. And this pen loves me as much as I love it. I know. It told me that the other day.
Yeah, normally I start with leaves and stuff too. I don't know what the heck I'm thinking. You've never used nibs? Cool. I've done a lot of doodling with the inks and nibs. I have. I can't wait until we start playing with that embroidery stuff, Jean.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Okay. I'm not teaching, but I don't know how well you can see this. I'm just going to show you something. See, I did all these leaves, and somehow I did this one like that. And I don't really care for it. It stands out. So I have one I haven't colored in yet. So I am going to make it more like that and turn it into a flower. So there's 2 flowers on there and then just all the leaves. That's how you can save something you don't like. Not that y'all need that information. I'm just showing you what I did.
What stuff? What are you talking about, Belinda? The embroidery that Jean found a new artist for me to get fixated on. And she uses all kinds of scrap for these embroideries. They're absolutely stunning. So definitely I'm going to need to
accumulate.
Oh, I've got it ready, babe. I don't need to accumulate doodle anything.
Gather. See, all that stuff that I was collecting for the wall hanging thing I want to make, that would all work for that too.
It would.
And the sad part is, I just gave away 10 large embroidery hoops.
Oh.
It's okay.
I have my quilting hoop. But I mean, I do a lot of hand embroidery, but I don't hoop it, right? Because they're smaller pieces. So I just have to decide if I want to what I want to make. She does a lot of small pieces and then adds it to other stuff. The way we do clusters and ephemera for various things, that's the way this lady does a lot of her things. Yeah. It's very incredible embroidery stuff. It's made with scraps and lots of found objects. And I'm excited because we all know I got a lot of found objects. I got a lot of scraps.
My thing when I say
Come-
accumulate, I'm thinking find the scraps, cut circles out of them, make them components.
Yeah. I don't know who comes on after me. I know that Shannon, Art Junkie, should be running now, unless she's done already. She comes on at 1 Eastern. Um, Anybody know who's on? Beth,
I
do you
don't.
Oh, thanks. Thanks, Sherry.
Thanks, Sherry.
I like the way those turned out, Jean, even if you don't like them.
Like what?
Those top leaves.
Well, now they're little flowers, so I love them.
Yes.
I could add one more. This two is not really functional, so we're gonna make sure that it's got an odd friend over here.
We like odd friends. I have a few.
You think?
Yeah, maybe.
Look at that. How much happier that is now.
Yeah.
The crazy thing is, I'm drawing a blank right now.
Uh-oh.
So I'm just doing little stuff. I'm not really.
No blank Jean stuff. The thing about pen and ink is I really make sure that I roll it around because I end up with so many colors on my hands when I'm done. When you're talking about you doing your paint blobs, Beth, that's how Jeannie and I did those monsters. We did the blind painting for doing the monsters that I fell in love with and did 200 of.
And she still blames me for that.
I do. I was doing them, and then Jean says, "Let's try it." So that just added to the fixation, right? Like,
Yeah. That's what friends are for, is to blame for something.
I'm not blaming you. I'm just saying that you're an enabler. One of us has to be.
I think we take turns.
I think so.
I'm
I
sure.
You fell for that trick? Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Gary's home.
No, he's already been home and went back. That's the mailman. And
Oh,
I do have to go get the mail because I have packages.
okay.
Although I believe I'm in a safe area because I'm in a high visual area, but
You never know. I think I'm going to do this. Don't normally do that where I go over the line into the next section, but it's okay. Might as well carry on carrying on. Sunday for the first artist group, we are doing paper dolls. That's going to be a lot of fun. because we all have our own way of doing it, of course. Right, Beth? Yeah, think small. That's what I did. I thought this would be an absolute breeze to do for my scavenger hunt. The nice thing was I didn't have to fill up whole pages for that. It just worked lovely for me to a point. To a point. You ready to do paper dolls on Sunday, Beth? Beth does great paper dolls.
Cool.
It's going to be fun. Sunday's going to be fun. Sundays are always fun. I don't think there's ever been a time where I haven't had fun on my channel. Just saying. We get a little carried away and silly sometimes, but that's quite all right.
Mm-hmm. Silly's a good thing.
I like silly. You know, it's got to be part of life. It really does.
So what are you having for supper at your house?
I am having ham steaks and scalloped potatoes.
Mm.
Because we're kind of following a menu plan just so that I can use up stuff I've got in my freezer because I have a lot of stuff in my freezer. I mean, that the scalloped potatoes will be made fresh, but the ham's been there quite a while. And I don't.
He asked me what I wanted for supper when he came home, and I said, I don't know, something good.
And so then did he say, okay, Goldie, take care, Steph. Thanks for coming. Yeah, Sundays is
Bye, Steph.
Enjoy your nap. Take care. Yeah. It was my choice for supper today. I'd made a big pot of potato soup a couple of days ago, so that's done now.
I found a recipe for potato soup in the crock pot.
Oh, yeah. That's how I originally started making my potato soup.
Wow, I've never done it that way. But I really have never been a potato soup person until recently, so.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what I fed my daughter for lunch yesterday when she came. Leftover potato soup.
Well, Gary went to the grocery store last night and he was like, what do you need? And I gave him the basics, the things I knew we needed. And as I sat here and I thought about different recipes and things I wanted to try, I sent him this long list of things that I knew we didn't have. And he's like, what are you planning on making? What did you need cream cheese for? And I'm like, you know what? If you want me to start cooking more, don't ask.
Yeah.
So that's where we're at.
Nice.
That's my goal this year, is to become more me.
Good.
And I mean, I'm still okay with not cooking. We've been married 44 years, and the first 25 years, I did all the cooking. So he's still got a ways to go before he catches up. So he can still cook, but I'm not grilling. I don't do the grill. And we like to grill a lot, so.
Yeah. I don't run the smoker. I don't run the barbecue.
Yep.
Yeah, potato leek soup. Nice. Ours was It had farmer sausage and potatoes and onions and carrots and celery. And then uh, milky white sauce to thicken. Not that it really needs thickening, but sometimes. Sometimes. And then it's done with a chicken broth base.
Well, Jan, I hope that you are getting to where you want to be on Be More You. That's important. And sometimes I think we all forget it.
We do.
We do for others and we do for, think differently for, you know, I think all women do. I think they're
I think so.
givers and I mean, I don't want to sound morbid, but my mom died at 75 and that's just 10 years older than me. So life is too short,
It is.
you know?
It is. Yeah, I love grilled food too. These leaves are taking an awfully long time with a stick pen, I tell you. Whose idea was it to do this?
Yours.
It was. I admit it. It was. It is. And it's a 4-letter word because it goes so fast. You never seem to have enough time to do what you want to do. Or I don't anyway.
Absolutely.
Now, I could come in with a little bit of green pencil crayon and just do little highlights on these leaves. I think that's what I'm going to do. So I think so.
You could use colored pencils too.
I could.
I love to throw that at you. You know that, right?
I know. That's why I try and say pencil crayons more often when you're around. Because I know you kind of go, what the heck is that kid talking about now? Oh, yeah. It's one of those crazy Canucks.
Sorry, I have to open my bag of my order. I have got to stop ordering. I just got to stop ordering. I could make everybody in here a bracelet and not put a dent in my beads.
Did you order more beads?
No, these were free. Yeah, these were free.
Uh-huh.
It's not too many.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Yeah. Not many. No. I agree.
They were on sale.
Sale is good.
Yeah, not just for sale, but on sale.
Nice. Hence the bag of beads.
Well, I have some projects I want to do.
Good.
Some bead stitching things, and you really do need consistent in sizes. I mean, that's my excuse, and I'm sure that my husband would say it's just an excuse, but it is the truth.
Oh, I know. There's nothing worse than you're going along and you're stringing the beads, and all of a sudden you get one that gets stuck on the needle, and
then you have to take everything off.
Yeah, and things get cattywampus if they're not the same size. If you're doing like the kind of beadwork, the embroidery stuff that we do.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, I so get it. I mean, it's not nearly as bad for me because I use whatever beads I have on hand. I'm not a purist. I'll put plastic beads or acrylic beads in if I so desire.
Well,
kind of thing, right?
Yeah, my bead embroidery is all different sizes, and I don't worry about them being the same. It's when I do things like this.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about, like
Yeah.
peyote stitch or brick stitch. They definitely need to have the same.
So I have acquired a good collection of delicas and a
Nice,
good collection of Tohos. So
nice.
they don't mingle with each other. They're still different sizes, even though they're the same size.
Yeah,
So yeah.
I get it.
I'm wondering if I need to check out his video and see exactly how he doodled this, because I'm not feeling this exactly.
Yeah, yeah. I'm looking at my pullouts too, and I'm going, well, what the heck am I supposed to do with that?
Yeah. I mean, the more I do, the more I like it.
Yeah,
But I don't know. I should have probably outlined everything I felt like needed it, because this part right here, where this little bit, oh, that stupid sun, that little part just makes me feel good.
it does. It does. Yeah, Jean's beadwork is absolutely incredible. Absolutely incredible. Well, that took a while. I guess I didn't have to do it quite so big. So now I'm going to take a pencil crayon, colored pencil for you guys down south. You guys don't know, you know, you talk funny.
What do y'all mean?
Exactly.
Well, the one thing I can say, just because I'm in the South, I wasn't born and raised in the deep South, so I don't have the full accent that some of them do.
You could have blessed my heart.
No, your heart's just over. It won't take no more blessings.
Yeah, because you know my response to that, right?
Yeah. Now I'm gonna have to do another one of these with
No.
just circles that I outline every detail of. 'Cause, like, it looks like a meteorite.
It does. It does. Or a comet or something.
Yeah.
You getting lunch? Oh, you didn't eat breakfast? Oh my goodness, Brenda. Yeah, get yourself some lunch.
Yeah, I haven't had lunch yet. I
No.
really didn't have breakfast. I did have 2 cookies with my coffee, so.
Well, I was having lunch when the neighbor came and asked if Ron could pull him out with the truck because he got stuck at the corner. So
Yeah,
I did.
in that snowdrift or whatever you call it.
Yeah. And he's just cursing because he's lived here a fair bit of time too. And, I've lived here 20 years. I've never got stuck on that corner. And we just kind of looked at him like everybody gets stuck on that corner at least once when you live here. Oh, this pencil is just a bugger.
See, that's something else I've been using. So you have rubbed off on me on that. I've been using my colored pencils a lot more. But I also rearranged them to be a little more accessible.
Just a hint of green in those leaves. I don't know how well you can see it, but I just did a little touch of pencil crayon in there. Just little hints. Shows up so much better in life, real life, than over the camera. Okay, now what? Now what do I want to do? Let's just do some straight lines. Straight lines over here.
I love straight lines.
What I like is the gridding, like when you go one way and then the other way with a crosshatch or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
That I really like. I might just do that because I like it.
You know, I think that the more you doodle, the more you develop some things that are just yours, or
Yeah.
not necessarily just yours, but things that you use frequently. Because I've noticed some things I've picked up. I do the checkerboard stuff a lot.
Yeah. He is, Belinda. He really is.
But this little pattern right here.
Yeah.
I've been doing that on every page several times, and it's something I really like. I don't know why it fits in so well, but it does.
Yeah. And I'm going to do that over there because I like it. Yeah, my daughter was here for lunch yesterday, and of course, she too looks through Pinterest and various things, and she'd actually sent him a picture of a French rolling pin, and so she asked if he would make her one. So I guess my daughter's going to get a French rolling pin because, you know, daddy's girls. I can't say anything because I get pretty much anything I ask for too. Yeah, gotta clean this. Gotta clean this nib. Definitely. I do, yeah. You still have to go to Walmart for your mom's stuff? Yeah. I guess I need another branch of leaves down here or something. Somewhere. Somewhere. Yeah. Walmart deliveries. I finally got my yarn for my temperature blanket that I ordered. They said it was going to be there the following Friday, and it didn't get here until this week. But anyway, I'd ordered a navy blue yarn because that's the main color. I guess it's more of a royal blue, but they didn't have it on their website. So I ordered the navy, thinking I could get away with it. I cannot get away with it. So my daughter was at a farmer's supply store yesterday, and she goes, "Did you know PV Mart has yarn?" And I went, "No, what?" And she goes, I can get your blue here. So she got me my blue at the farmer's supply store, which I found very interesting.
Well, the farmer's wife's got to have something to do.
Well, I mean, they've got all the toys, right? The freeze dryers, all the canning stuff, dehydrators, smokers. So they've got the whole range of what you might need. Now they've got yarn. So I thought that was cool. So if I do a branch this way and a branch that way, I think that'll be good for leaves. Come up from here. Yeah, these aren't deep enough. These little wooden things here. It's not just my pen. It's not able to pick up enough ink. Let's put some more in there, see what happens. You have your son with you? Oh, that's excellent, Brenda. It's excellent when you've got somebody to help you. Ron and I usually do the shopping together. Which is, I find lovely. I do. Awesome, Belinda. It's good to stay hydrated. It really is. Very important. So many women end up with UTIs because it's such a chore to get up and go to the bathroom.
You know, I don't mind getting up to go to the bathroom. I just hate taking a shower.
Yeah.
And it's not the shower, it's the 7 or 8 things you got to do after the shower.
Yeah. Oh, I've gotten really bad about brushing my hair. My goodness. I get out of the shower, kind of towel dry it a little bit and put it up in the clip, and away I go. And then go to bed, and the clip's so matted in there. It's like, oh, yeah, that was a stupid move. I'm bad about brushing my hair lately.
Well, the other day, a friend of mine called me and she says, Are you decent? And I said, I'm always decent. Not always dressed, but I'm always decent. And she says, I need to vent. Come ride with me for a little bit. And so I did. And I don't know. She says, Well, where else you want to go? And I looked at her and I said, I haven't even brushed my hair this morning.
Yeah. Yep. I get it. I definitely understand that. Well, I feel like I'm getting somewhere, but I think I'm gonna after this batch leaves, I'm gonna switch back to the easier pens.
Mhm.
Because I would be so much farther ahead if I was using regular pens. That is very interesting, Anne. Yes, exactly, Anne. I agree. That 2 o'clock p.m. and you're still in your nighty kind of thing is like, oh my word, where'd my day go? Craziness, absolutely.
Gary comes home and he'll say, "Hi, pajama girl."
I mean, heck, we have every right to be as comfortable as we can be.
I agree. If I'm not going anywhere, I'm okay, especially in the wintertime because, um, I don't put my, if I got dressed, I don't put my nightgown on until I go to bed, usually. And even then, sometimes I'll put my nightgown on and still keep my pants on
Yeah.
because I don't like to go barefoot. I don't like it at all.
Oh, I'm always barefoot.
And my feet just don't take it. They just want, you know. So I figure I'm covered just as good with my nightgown and my pants and shoes and socks as I am in regular clothes, except
Oh,
there might not
definitely.
be a bra and the girls might be flowing to and fro. But otherwise,
Oh, I don't even own a bra anymore. I refuse. If I have to run, I tuck them in the waistband. I never really wore a bra unless I was, going out someplace.
yeah, I don't like to go out without a bra. I
I,
already have a roll with the bra or without, but I just prefer to have a bra.
I, nope. Devil's wear. Invented by a devil. Look at me, Maki Maki. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, categorically refuse to wear them. And I don't care. I really don't. My girlfriend said she found a really comfortable one somewhere online. And I said, don't care. Ain't gonna happen. There. Good enough. Good enough leaves on this one. Start with the green over here. Little bits of green. Nothing major. Just add a little bit of something. Oh, the lead breaks again. These are those darn kids' pencils. Pants with night down, yeah. Or leggings. Jeans and gown, that works.
Yep, I do too.
Love it. Love it. Yeah, Brenda, exactly. Exactly. Well, I mean, I have to admit, I was in my pajamas when the next door neighbor came to the door needing a push. It's like, what the hell are you doing out on this weather? Coming to my door.
Now, we have a few friends of Gary's that when they come over and I'm in my pajamas, I just don't even care. They don't care. I still get my hugs.
Yeah. I mean, heck, my girlfriend on the other side of town, in wintertime, she'll come over here in long johns and a t-shirt. We don't care. We're warm, we're covered. See this pencil crayon? This lead has broken, I don't know how many times, coloring those little leaves. Can you hear that?
Elizabeth, I think this is the big one.
Yeah. Yeah. Definitely. Do I get paint on my? Oh, I get paint on absolutely everything I wear. I get paint on everything. And glue, right? Because you get glue on your fingers and just kind of wipe it on your pants, and then you go, oh yeah, them it's pajamas. Oops. Yes. All right. Go away. This stuff needs to go away.
I have a few shirts in the closet that are strictly for when I know I'm painting.
Yeah. I might have a couple of skirts or something that don't have paint on them. Couple, It's just. All right. This stuff can go back over there. Over there. All right. Well, Miss Jean, we've been doing this for a couple of hours. How are you feeling? Are we going ahead or you just about ready?
I can go a little bit longer.
All right.
I'm kind of in the zone.
Yeah, definitely. Anne says she had a neighbor that always put her PJs in a robe on as soon as the sun went down. She would have been in nightwear all winter in Iceland. Yep. Awesome, Belinda. Belinda said she texted her friend yesterday at 3 p.m. and said it's Jamie's time. She answered back saying, I've got you beat. You did look out the kitchen window to make sure no one was there? Well, I didn't expect my neighbor to be here, but that's okay. I mean, seriously, I'm wearing pajamas, and they are much less showing stuff than the summer dresses I wear. Like really. Now what? Now what do I want to do? What kind of marks do I want to make now?
Well, I'm only dressed today because I went and got a haircut.
Right.
Otherwise, I probably wouldn't be dressed. It's one of those days.
Yeah.
But I went to get it yesterday, and she was on vacation, so. You know, I know you have trouble with the two lines around everything, and I am.
I don't. I just don't do it.
See, I think that. I mean, I look at something, and sometimes it's like, "What's it missing? What's it missing?" I draw the second line around it that's not perfect, and it's like that's what it was missing.
Oh, I get ya.
Because sometimes I come in and do the thick and thin, and
Yeah,
sometimes I do the little, checkerboard, not
yeah,
checkerboard, stripe
thanks.
thing.
Yeah,
And that's just what makes, in my mind, that's what makes everything pop. Maybe nobody else notices it, but I do. And I don't do my art to please anyone else.
yeah, exactly. Yeah, t-shirt and skivvies, exactly. Exactly. And they do cover more than regular clothes. I mean, it's chilly here in wintertime, and we do have heat, but we do turn the heat down at night because it just makes sense to do that. And flannel pajamas is always, cast iron jammies, right? Cast iron of the jammy world. She likes her flowers with the stripes on it, Jean.
These, thank you.
They're fun.
They'll get filled in with some little polka dots too, just to give it a little more darkness. There's something in my eye that sees the light and dark, and it has to have a certain balance for me to be content with it. And I can't really explain that. I just know.
It has to feel right.
Yep.
It's like me and my shading around the edges, right? Like,
Oh, I shade a lot too. But there's something about that black and white that just. And I will work on something and say, it's really heavy over here in the black. And I will color something in just to give it that black that I feel like it needs, that weight.
mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that was interesting.
What happened?
Screens went totally black on my end. Are we still here, guys?
I am, and I can see everything, and you.
Yeah, I can see stuff too. I just don't know if it says that we're still running. So, okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah,
I think you shade with the colored pencils. I shade with a pencil. That's our only difference, I think.
I used to. But then I found that when I was dragging my hand over it, I didn't get as mucky with a colored pencil. See, now you got me saying colored pencil. Are you happy now?
Yes.
No blink here? Oh, that's cool. No,
Kim, you
Both our screens went black, and it was going round and round and round. It's like, what the heck? Where are we? Step through some sort of portal.
this is the worst blending stump I've ever had. It won't sharpen
Really?
correctly. It's just fuzzy.
Oh, so they use soft paper, not like a harder.
No.
Didn't go black there either? It froze at Brenda's. Okay. Awesome. Anne says sometimes she showers right after dinner, puts on her flannel nightgown, and watches TV. She has a red flannel nightgown too. Woohoo! Oh, Belinda, you did the initial paint, then circle lines. Now what? This is where you get stuck. That's where I get stuck too. Then you just kind of pick an area in a circle or whatever, and you doodle it. Doesn't matter what kind of doodle you do. Doodle you do. Sorry, that struck me as funny. What's your take on that, Jean?
Well, I thought you covered it well. You have to jump out and take a chance, and once you put the colors down and then you're ready to doodle, you just pick a tiny spot.
Yeah.
Even in your color, pick a tiny spot. And if you're doing watercolor, get it wet first, then put your color on it. Let that color kind of do its own thing. And it's like this spot right here. This was too purple for me. And I kept adding water to it, and it would kind of blend down. And then I blotted it, and then I added more water, and now it's okay. So just start with little spots. Because at some point while you're doing little spots, they will become bigger, and you will be like, oh, yeah. That aha moment is amazing.
Oh, the graphite pencils? Yeah. My girlfriend just sent me a video of making drawing charcoal. So what this gentleman does is he goes out into the grapevines and he takes off pieces of the old vine and he cuts it into sticks, puts it in like an old cookie tin, and then throws it in a flaming fire. And then when the fire goes out, he opens it up and you've got beautiful charcoal sticks.
Thanks, Belinda. I have some graphite pencils and I have some drawing pencils, and I never know what's what and what size to use and all that. So I kind of.
Incoming.
Is that your voice saying incoming?
It is. That's my email. I wanted a different thing for email notifications because, it's usually the same time and you don't know if it's a text, an email, or a messenger.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite graphite pencil is this big, thick, well, I say big, it's short, thick, stubby thing. And right now I don't know where it's at, but yeah, I just can't ever find the right. That's what I need to do next in my organizational projects is just find all my pencils, put them all together, know what I got, and then mix them all up again and forget about it. I'm sure that's what will happen.
Belinda says, my usually thought, Jean, is WTF now. We know that thought.
Yes. But here is another pencil that's crazy. This is a great shading pencil. This is a carpenter's pencil.
Yeah.
But I'm not very good at sharpening it, so I don't use it as much as I could or should.
Yeah, you need a knife to do that.
Usually a number 2 pencil does what I want it to do, but it takes a little more work. I'd really rather have the right kind of pencils, and I just don't know what they are. Excuse me. There's the first yawn of the day.
Uh-oh.
I just was digging. This is another permanent pen I have. It's carbon black also. It's a brush pen.
I want some brush pens. One day. One day.
I don't like brush pens.
Oh.
I think it's come because I write hard.
Oh, it could be. I guess because I do a lot of like fine painting with like the little brushes. I'm not as bad, not as hard on brushes as I am on markers.
Yeah.
Oh, Brenda says Home Depot has a sharpener for those carpenter pencils.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Brenda also says every time she uses her drawing pencils, she needs to scribble a swatch to figure out which one to use.
Yeah, that's what I need to do. I need to dig through some more stuff and find more of these because I really don't like this one.
Yeah.
It just doesn't even feel. I like the length, but it just feels like it's going to fall apart any minute.
Yeah. You're not overly fond of brush pens either? Interesting.
Yeah.
Beth, Kitty House Jen is talking to you. Just in case you didn't notice that. Yeah, I like to find the spots that overlap in the circles, Belinda, and doodle in those. Before I go to the big stuff, usually, except for the leaves. The leaves, I like doing the leaves, of course, and other flowers. So let's do. I think I want to do that with a blue pencil. You've got a suntan? Very cool, Beth. Great comeback. Well, time to do some flowers, I think. I think. Can't have a doodle without a whack load of flowers on it. Anybody got any exciting plans for their Friday night? I was actually thinking of seeing if there was actually anything interesting on the tube. Can't remember the last time I've watched a movie or anything like that, because usually it's crafting videos, of course.
I don't know that we have any plans.
Said to Ron, I'd really like to go to this restaurant. It's called Peppercorn. I said, really like to go to Peppercorn for supper. And he goes, not today. I said, well, no, not today. But, oh, thanks, Belinda. You know, it's just play. You have to remember, it's just play. Then I'm going to take, I need a lighter one. Let's try this pink. Ah, oops, what's going on here? Uh-oh. Okay. Just had to check and see what was happening at my sister's place. She said that her umbrella clothesline on the deck has been spinning like a top. So the wind's still happening.
It's really windy here too.
My umbrella clothesline is down for the winter. Because I'm not one of those that still believes that I need to go out in winter and hang my clothes. I don't like having cold hands after doing such.
Yeah.
I'm past that stage in my life where I like to do that. You know, it's cold out there.
I don't even hang clothes anymore. I do miss that.
There's something about line dried sheets, you know, sheets and towels. Definitely. Clothes I'm not, but sheets and towels, oh yeah. And of course, anything that's hand washed. Because I buy a lot of hand washed clothes for some stupid reason. You'd think that I would know better.
You'd think.
I'm old enough to know better, but that doesn't matter.
Well, sometimes you just like what you like.
Yeah. Well, the thing is I love, in the summertime, really bright and fun clothes. And most of the clothes come from India, Thailand, those places, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I do deal with people that they don't go to sweatshops, or they say they don't buy from sweatshops. So, but the clothes, the dye there is definitely not. You don't want to wash anything else with it. Let's just say.
Mm-hmm. I had a red shirt, and it was from Catherine's, and I wore it without washing it. That's not. I know some people just swear by you got to wash it first. It's never been an issue for me.
No.
And I was sitting outside, and I went like this, and the palms of my hands and this part of my arm,
Yeah.
they were just as pink could be.
Oh no.
And it had just rubbed off. So of course I have to lift it up and look and see if my belly's pink, and there's no dye on that side. So
My goodness.
yeah, so it got washed by itself several times.
I'm sure. So yeah, this is like coloring to me, you know?
Yeah.
I have to admit, I have a lot of fun with it.
Well, I really like my studio since I've given myself the different areas for different things.
Yeah,
So I don't
that's
have
my
to put,
plan.
yeah, I don't have to put something up when I want to go do something else. The
Yeah,
only thing is that my camera is here kind of permanently,
right.
and I mean, I could move it over, but then I got to move the computer, and so it's just easier to slide something out of the way and bring it over here now.
Yeah. Totally understand that. Yeah, now I'm hit a roadblock as to what I want to do next.
Well, that might be a good stopping spot then, because I'm starting to get hungry.
All right. All right. All right. Are you doing that as a checkerboard, the whole thing?
Just that little bit right there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. I haven't done checkerboard yet, but I could. All right, let's make Jean big, see what she's got done here.
So there's my first. This was the first one I did. Um, I don't know. I have no idea how it's going to look when it's done. I'm just doing, and I already have things on here I don't like. I don't like how this turned out. It didn't quite do what I wanted it to do. It may get colored over into be solid black and then put polka dots on it.
Nice.
And then this is the second one I did.
I like that. Even
And
if the colors are muted and really neutral,
uh-huh,
I like it.
I do too. And I think I might do something where there's just this large spray of leaves,
Yeah,
and then something big as a focal, and then fill in around it. I think that's what I'm going to try that this time. So.
that sounds good. That sounds good. Awesome, awesome. All right. So, me, this is what I'm playing with. You can see where I've been using colored pencil for shading and stuff.
Looks good though.
Thanks. So that was the first one, and this is the next one. And I really like the orange circles with the black lines. I really do.
I do too.
So I'm definitely going to be using a lot of orange for the doodling, be it pencils or more of the marker.
Uh-huh.
Haven't decided, but there's
Now,
definitely.
I have a question for you. Where your circles overlap,
Yeah.
did you paint those different colors, or did you paint the whole circle and then do a layer on top of it?
No, I painted each piece individually.
That would be something to try so you could get a feel of how the watercolors change colors, like that you painted the whole thing yellow and then your next one was blue. That
Right.
center part's going to look a little more green.
Right.
And that's kind of fun. It's a hard step to do.
Yeah, well, I was trying it in amongst this, right? Like you can see where I've gone over, but it wasn't a plan. I tried to plan it, but it didn't work.
Yeah, it's not always easy to plan.
Yeah.
Watercolor has its own mind.
It does have its own mind, and I think that's where I want to be in control, and it doesn't want me to be in control. That's something I'm going to have to learn.
Yeah, I think as soon as you do, you're going to be going, oh, this is so much fun.
Yeah, but I'm still a acrylic
I know.
art, right? Because I love my acrylics, and that's who it's just what it is. All right. Well, thank you so much, Jean.
Well, thank you for having me, and thank you to everyone who's in the audience and
balcony, and anybody who watches the replay. I hope we've inspired you to try some of this, because it is a lot of fun. It's very relaxing. No reason to get stressed about it. You just find a spot and you just make it yours, however you want to make it yours. There's a lot of different pages that have doodles and stuff where you can learn to doodle. If that's part of your problem, is that you don't know what you want to do. I mean, we did those doodle cards with Beth that time, and I have pulled those out and thought, yeah, I should do something like this in here. And that definitely works as well for me, for sure. So,
well, like this one right here.
Oh, I love that one.
This is lines.
Yeah.
And circles, spirals, lines, polka dots, lines. So if you're confused and you don't know what you want to do, add some polka dots and some lines.
Definitely.
Do your lines horizontal, do them diagonal, do them vertical, whatever you want to do. And before too long, it really will click, and you'll just be going, oh. And then at some point you'll go, oh, I need something besides lines, and you'll try something new.
Yeah, definitely. All right. Well, thanks again, everybody, for being here. Big hugs to you all. We are going live on Sunday with the Feral Artist Group at 11 o'clock Central, which is noon Eastern, I believe. We're doing paper dolls this week, and I look forward to seeing you guys there. Thank you so much, Jean, for coming to play. It's always a blast.
Oh, thank you for having me. I had fun.
Okay. Take care, everybody.
Bye, all.
Bye.